book by Uriah Smith, Daniel and Revelation, 1897. We are now reading Daniel chapter 2, verses 1 to 7. And this is our fourth part of this reading from the comments of Uriah Smith. Our Father in heaven, I thank you, I praise you for the gift of freedom. As we are being set free, may we continue to be faithful and loyal to you, our Father, the only true God, through your Son, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Uriah Smith comments, the Nicolaitans, how ready is Christ to commend his people for whatever good qualities they may possess? If there is anything of which he approves, he mentions that first. And in this message to the church of Ephesus, having first mentioned their commendable traits and then their failures, as if unwilling to pass by any of their good qualities, he mentions this, that they hated the deeds of the Nicolaitans, which he also hated. In verse 15, the doctrines of the same characters are condemned. It appears that they were a class of persons whose deeds and doctrines were alike abominable in the sight of heaven. Their origin is involved in some doubts. Some say that they sprang from Nicholas of Antioch, one of the 7 deacons, Acts chapter 6, verse 7. Some that they only attribute their origin to him to gain the prestige of his name, and others that the sect took its name from one Nicholas of a latter date, which is probably the nearest correct. Concerning their doctrines and practices, there seems to be a general agreement that they held to a community of wives, regarded adultery and fornication as things indifferent, and permitted the eating of things offered to idols. You could see Religious Encyclopedia, Clark, Keto, and other authorities. The summons to attention. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. A solemn manner of calling universal attention to that which is of general and most momentous importance. The same language is used to each of the 7 churches. Christ, when upon earth, made use of the same form of speech in calling the attention of the people to the most important of his teachings. He used it in reference to the mission of John, Matthew 11, verse 15, the parable of the sower, Matthew 13, verse 9, and the parable of the tares setting forth the end of the world, verse 43. It is also used in relation to the important prophetic fulfillment of Revelation 13, verse 9. The promise to the victor. To the overcomer, it is promised that he shall eat of the tree of life that grows in the midst of the paradise or garden of God. Where is this paradise? Answer, in the third heaven. Paul writes in 2 Corinthians 12, verse 2, that he knew a man, referring to himself, caught up to the third heaven. In verse 4, he calls the same place paradise, leaving only one conclusion to be drawn, which is that paradise is in the third heaven. In this paradise, it seems it is the tree of life. There is but one tree of life brought to view in the Bible. It is mentioned 6 times, 3 times in Genesis and 3 times in the Revelation. But it is used every time with a definite article, the. It is the tree of life in the first book of the Bible, the tree of life in the last, the tree of life in the paradise, Septuagint. In Eden at the beginning, and the tree of life in the paradise, which John now speaks in heaven above. But if there is but one tree, and that was at the first upon earth, it may be asked how it was now come to be in heaven. And the answer will be that it must have been taken up or translated to the paradise above. There is no possible way that some in the identical body which is situated in one place can be located in another, but by being transported bodily thither. And that the tree of life in paradise had been removed from earth to heaven, besides the necessary inference from this argument. There is a very good reason to believe. We will read the next paragraph of this